My son was having to calculate greatest common divisors or factors, whatever you want to call it. And it's been a long time since I did it. I think last time I did it was second grade or so. And so I looked it up on the internet, and there's 3 different ways to do it. I didn't know that. And so anyway, I wrote 3 different methods of using the Euclidean algorithm to calculate the greatest common divisor. So I started out with setting A and B. These are my 2 numbers I want to determine the greatest common divisor for. And the first one is the subtraction method. I won't go into detail on all these. If you're interested, you can kind of look it up, or you can check out the code here. But it's just a simple while loop. So while A is not equal to B, if A is greater than B, then we're going to subtract A from B. Otherwise, if B is greater than A, then we are going to set B equal to B minus A. So what we're saying here is we're pretty much taking the difference, a positive difference of these 2 numbers, and then we're going to return that back. So we're going to run this around until A is equal to B and return that. This is the division-based version of it, and using modulo, and I don't know if you know the modulo function. It is basically division, and you keep the remainder. You don't keep the big part of it, you keep the part to the right side of the decimal. And so while B is not equal to 0, we're going to set B to a temporary value. Then we're going to take the modulo and we're going to store the remainder. We're going to set A to T, and we're going to keep doing this loop until B is equal to 0, and then we're going to return that value. And yes, it looks kind of squirrely, but it works. And then this last one, let me go down. The last one just is a recursive version of this one, so it's the same thing, but it's using recursion. And this is just the part where we run it and print it out. So let's do that. We'll put in 2 numbers, I don't know, 3, 5, and there it is. The greatest common divisor between 3 and 5 is 1, 1, 1. For all of them, the subtraction version, the division-based version, and the recursion-based version. And then we prove that. So let's run it one more time. Use something a little more interesting, like bigger numbers, some bigger numbers. Let's use 124 and say 44. I don't know. Why not? Okay, so our greatest common divisor is 4, and we can prove that down here. Gives us a prime number, and this gives us a prime number, so we're pretty sure that's the correct answer. Okay, well that was it. In case you get into greatest common divisors and you need that in Python, here it is. Okay, thanks for watching.